Hey everybody, Rich Lovell with the Vacaville Baseball Barn, Master Instructor of the Epstein Hitting System and Online Hitting Academy. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. At the end of the video, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to put your comments or questions down below. So, recently I've been working with a couple players trying to increase some bat speed and power and so forth. But before I get there, Game 7, what we all wish for. So, back to this, and one of the things that we started talking about was I've got one player that's basically more upper body than he is lower body, and the other player is a little bit more lower body than upper body. I know that might sound a little confusing, but here's what I mean by that. If you're trying to increase bat speed or power, we all know that we have to increase torque or increase ground force. But let's also think about how can we increase ground force, how can we help get our hips out of the way to clear to be able to allow our upper body to come through. And this is a little tip that I've actually picked up through trying to improve my golf swing. Look, we can generate a ton of bat speed with just our upper body, our arms. We can just swing really fast. We just don't stay consistent and we don't stay balanced as well without getting our hips in there. But what also happens if we're just all upper arms and upper body is we'll tend to roll over more with our wrist because we're trying to create so much power from up here or so much speed from our upper body. So let's think about how we can clear these hips out of the way. This will be a drill. You won't necessarily be doing exactly this when you're swinging the bat, but this is the feeling that you're going to have. And essentially, whether you take a stride landing into your front foot, the thought is we're trying to push into the ground. We're always trying to push into the ground as we begin our swing. When that happens, here's what you're going to do in your drill. You're going to stride forward and land. Plant, when the heel plants, that back knee pinches in, and think about pushing into the ground, and then what you're going to do is push with your front leg and pull or turn with your back hip, and you're going to look something like this. And that's what you're trying to do. Notice also what's happening is it looks like I may be squatting a little bit, maybe it feels like your legs bow a little bit. In reality, my knees are kind of coming together. And from there, again, I'm pushing into the ground with my front. That then pushes this hip backwards. My front hip gets pushed backwards, which then pulls this back hip forward. Continue doing that until it becomes second nature. Notice I'm going to start clearing my hips early before my upper body really starts pulling through. And then just try to put everything together. I get here and I push in. And that's all I'm trying to do is get my lower body cleared so my upper body can come through, of course, with proper technique. And that's front shoulder stand down as long as possible. You'll notice how the knob comes forward and the back elbow stays back. And then as I get through, release and extend through the ball and then finish out. Hopefully that helps you out. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe, share it with all your friends, family, and coaches.